It's definitely not the fifth moon of Syndicalista. I think I can see a Ryman's.
Syndicalista. Oh! This is interesting. Okay. Amy by herself?
Essex, Colchester.
Amy.
Okay. Good setup. Good setup. A day later. Okay.
Hello? Hello, please? Hello?
Oh, don't answer that.
Your help. There's been an accident.
Ah. Do not go inside. Do not. Ah. Do not go up those stairs.
Please, will you help me?
Oh yeah, he'll slowly back in. Keep following him. Come on, man. And it's gonna shut.
What's what on the ceiling?
That.
No!
Upstairs.
No!
Who lives
Not him! Oh!
Just some bloke.
God damn it.
That's your mission in life, Craig. Find me a man.
Yeah, otherwise you have to settle for me.
I'll be honest, I cannot stand James Corden. I just can't.
No, it's nothing important. It's just Craig.
Maybe not touch it.
Oh, thanks, Soph.
Sorry, you know what I mean.
Just pizza.
Yeah, it's just pizza.
Shh. Yeah, is it though?
Well,
God damn it.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Are they gonna make me feel bad for James Corden? Haha.
I love you. I love you.
No, no, no. But it's not gonna be her. It's going to be
I love you.
the doctor.
Well, that's good, because I'm your new lodger. Well, aren't you lucky I came along? More lucky than you know.
Yeah.
Less of a young professional, more of an ancient amateur. Frankly, I'm an absolute dream.
Ancient amateur. How about that?
Have some rent. That's probably quite a lot, isn't it? Looks like a lot. Is it a lot? I can never tell.
Ominous shot. Low angle. Another low angle.
That's how we greet each other nowadays, isn't it? I'm the doctor. Well, call me the doctor. I don't know why. Take me
Look
to
at
my
the
room.
look at the hair, man. Wow.
Why am I telling you this? I don't even know you.
Well, I've got one of those faces. People never stop blurting out their plans while I'm around.
One of those people, yep.
Where did you learn to cook?
Paris in the 18th century. No, hang on, that's not recent, is it? 17th? No, 20th. Sorry, I'm not used to doing them in the right order.
Has anyone ever told you that you're a bit weird?
They never really stop.
I'm not much of a traveller.
I can tell from your sofa.
Sofa?
You're starting to look like it.
Oof.
Thanks, mate. That's lovely. I
The smile.
It here. I'd miss...
Yeah,
Those
he's
keys.
What?
You're sort of
fondling them.
fondling them.
And listen, Mark and I, we had an arrangement where if you ever need me out of your hair, just give me a shout, okay?
Why would I want that?
Well, in case you want to bring someone round, a girlfriend or a boyfriend.
Oh, I will. I'll shout. I was not expecting this!
You goof.
I've got the strangest feeling we shouldn't touch it.
Yeah. I was saying, yeah.
I'm so sorry, but will you help me, please?
Oh, he's not an old man anymore.
Help you?
To anyone else hearing this conversation, we're talking absolute gibberish. Practical eruption in chicken, Degas Lombardi spiral. All
Love
I've got
that.
to do is pass as an ordinary human being. Simple. What could possibly go wrong?
Have you seen you?
Come on, Amy, I'm a normal bloke. Tell me what normal blokes do.
Normal plug.
They watch telly, they play football, they go down
Football?
the pub.
Oh.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Localized time loop. I've got work to do. Need to pick up a few items.
Hey!
Oh boy.
What happened? What's going on? Is that my toothbrush?
Correct. You spoke to the man upstairs.
This should be interesting.
Hello.
Ah! Hello.
Oh.
We've got a match today, pub league. We're one down if you fancy it.
Pub league. A drinking competition.
Football.
Football. Play football.
Football. Football! Yes. Blokes play Football. I'm good at football, I think.
You saved my life. I've got somebody. Yeah, all right, I'll see you down there. Hey, Soph.
I'm Sean. So where are you strongest? Arms.
Goalkeeper.
He means what position on the field?
I'm not sure. You any good, though? Let's find out. Yes.
Oh, hey! Oh, hey! Go on then. Don't airball it. Oh, he's not gonna like that, is he? Oh, god damn it! They are making me feel bad for him.
Next week we've got the crown and anchor. We're gonna annihilate them.
Annihilate? No violence. Do you understand me? Not while I'm around, not today, not ever. I'm the doctor of the oncoming storm.
Take
You
it
basically
easy.
beat them in a football match, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh. So this happens anytime a new person is taken into the room.
Oops.
Okay.
Great.
The life can seem pointless, you know, Doctor? Work weekend, work weekend.
What's stopping you?
She can't. You need loads of qualifications.
Yeah, true. Plus, it's scary. Everyone I know lives around here. You think I'd fail?
Well, everybody's got dreams, Sophie. Very few are going to achieve them, so why pretend?
Oh. The harsh truth.
Of course it's not true. I'm not staying in a call centre all my life. I can do anything I want. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, oh my God, did you see what he just did?
It's a big old world, Sophie. Work out what's really keeping you here, eh?
I don't know. Don't know.
So, you're gonna be taking off then, seeing the world?
What, do you think I should?
Yeah.
Use the data bank. Get me the plans of this building. I want to know its history, the layout, everything. Meanwhile, I shall recruit a spy.
Craig. Don't do it. Don't touch it.
Craig!
Yeah, Craig might not be feeling the greatest.
No more.
Bit of tea?
Reverse the enzyme decay. Excite the tannin molecules.
Diana.
Can you hold? I have to eat a biscuit.
The doctor notices.
Lots of people. Cuckoo, what kind of people? People who never came back down. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad.
He can communicate.
Only way I'm going to show you something, but shh, really, shh. Oh, I'm going to regret this. Okay, right, first, general background.
Oh. Whoa.
You've got a TARDIS!
Yes, shh. 11th. Right, okay. Specific detail.
11th.
You saw my ad in the paper shop window!
Yes, with this right above it, which is odd, because Amy hasn't written it yet. Time to...
Ah. Oh no, is she gonna get taken?
Cannot be upstairs. It's a one-story building.
There
is no upstairs.
Doesn't exist. Gee.
What? Oh, of course.
Someone's attempt to build a TARDIS.
No, there's always
Whoa.
been an upstairs.
I think...
No.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Captain Troy Hanson of International Rescue. Please state the nature of your emergency.
The ship has crashed, the crew are dead, a pilot is required. The correct pilot has now been found.
Yes, I was a bit worried that you were going to say that.
He means
You?
Doctor, doesn't he?
The correct
Yeah.
pilot has been found. The correct pilot has been...
Of course it's a lie. It's good enough for me. Geronimo!
Hey.
Why don't you want to leave? God,
Sophie.
I don't want to leave Sophie. I can't leave Sophie. I love Sophie.
The doctor rocks. Ah, hero, hero. There is a crack.
Right, little matchmaker, aren't you? Can't you find me a fella?
Oh, Rectifier's playing up again. Hold on.
Oh. Is she going to remember after seeing it? Who? So look at that. The ending there kind of overshadows most of that episode, doesn't it? Though I'll come back to the episode. I mean, you know, even though it wasn't some sort of standout episode, I think it still had a lot of charm about it, you know? It had its moments, for sure. I think, you know, this is the type of episode I can totally see being a comfort episode for many. You know, I've got my own comfort episodes of Doctor Who, and I could totally see this being a comfort episode, right? And, you know, that notion of it kind of being almost kind of mundane, you know, a slice of life, right? The Doctor doing domestic. You know, I really did enjoy a lot of those segments of this episode. To see Matt Smith specifically in that setting, right? His Doctor in that setting, given the fact that, you know, again, since day one, since 11th hour, it's been, you know, established that this is a different take on the Doctor. I mean, you know, I was about to say it'd be much tougher to kind of imagine Tennant in this particular episode, right? But again, you know, given the fact that he's such an incredible actor, he could have probably pulled it off. But, you know, I'm speaking of his Doctor, the 10th. You know, that Doctor easily would have slotted in, right? I mean, he's to me, you know, out of the three I've seen, he felt like the Doctor that is essentially passable as a human, right? Again, you know, he's quite charming. You know, he felt like he was so experienced in human nature, right? And the things that are kind of expected if you are trying to pass off as a human. But yeah, Matt Smith and his take on the Doctor was a perfect match for this type of episode, to put him in this type of scenario, given the fact that, again, you know, he's the most bizarre, openly strange, unapologetic about his goofball nature, right? I mean, he doesn't think he's a goofball, right? He's not like out here trying to be a goofball, but he's unapologetic about it. Even though in this specific situation, he is trying to kind of suppress some of that goofball nature and that strange disposition of his. And, you know, in this case, strange is quite positive, right? I love it. I love this goofball nature of his, this bizarre nature of his. I've loved it since 11th hour, right? That was quite the hook as well. His take on the Doctor, but, you know, his attempts at trying to pass as a normal human, right? Ordinary human, or a common bloke, or a regular bloke, right? Average bloke. You know, I quite enjoyed that. I really did. I really enjoyed that. And again, Matt Smith is a big reason for that, right? His acting. And also, you saw my initial reaction to seeing James Corden. I mean, I could not hide it. I could not hide it. It was just this immediately upon seeing his face on the screen, I just had this almost primal reaction to James Corden, right? You know, surprisingly, his character, Craig, I mean, he was quite endearing, right? Again, he felt quite normal, right? He played the part of a normal bloke, or just a normal person, an average dude, right? Trying to just survive. You know, he's got average problems that are, you know, taken care of by the end of the episode. Though, of course, you see from the crack that the light is glowing, right? It is kind of leaking out. Does that mean that those people died, right? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm kind of a little bit confused about that. So you'll have to, you know, dip into the comments and let me know. Or if that was just for effect, you know, kind of showing it glow. Because earlier it showed me just the crack by itself, and then it starts to glow. So yeah, I mean, you know, in that sense, this kind of felt like the calm before the storm, right? Most definitely, especially after the last episode. You know, Vincent and the Doctor, one of the all-time greats of Doctor Who in terms of episode. You know, I kind of forgot to say in the last episode, yeah, you know, that's certainly in my top 10 of the show. You know, I mentioned it being top 3 of season 5, of course. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's kind of like a foregone conclusion almost, right? That it is one of those types of episodes. And it was for me as well. You know, top 10, easily. Just wanted to make sure I put that out there. So the lighthearted nature of it all kind of allows for a bit of a pause. Again, calm before the storm. But circling back to James Corden, he was bearable. He was bearable, passable in this episode. You know, I didn't hate him. Even though earlier, you know, I thought, oh God, not this dude again. Though, of course, this is long before I actually knew James Corden. I know a much older James Corden. But yeah, you know, just seeing that face immediately kind of, you know, it came out of me. This kind of really had a lot of similarities to Rory and the Doctor, right? You see at first he's quite happy about this new flatmate. a new tenant, a new roommate. But as time kind of progresses, he sees that not only is he cool, he's so much cooler than me, and he's so much better than me in everything, right? So some of that jealousy starts to kind of creep in, starts to kind of leak in. He starts to feel quite inadequate in comparison to the Doctor, much like Rory. So it was kind of surprising to see them kind of double down and give us yet another take on that, right? People feeling like they're not up to standard in comparison to the Doctor, who wasn't actually even trying to one-up him. It just happened that he was so good at all of these things, right? The Doctor does domestic, to him, it kind of felt like, okay, it's going to be a challenge. I have to pass off as a regular bloke, right? He's asking Amy, tell me, stop being snide. Tell me about the things regular blokes do. And of course, football came up, and it was lovely. I read a lovely comment about Matt Smith actually being a football player, or he at a younger stage at least, or that at least it was his goal to become a pro football player, right? And that he was kind of going through the ranks at that point. Maybe he was part of an academy or something. But yeah, you see some of that skill on display, right? That was a lovely scene. So you could tell, since it was a bit of a, slice of life, lighthearted episode, they kind of incorporated that, right? His love of football and kind of let him have a bit of fun out there. So you see that he's better than Craig at football. He's better than Craig at cooking. He's better than Craig at his own job. He's better than Craig at kind of seducing. I mean, he wasn't really even trying to seduce anyone. Sophie, I'm speaking of. You see that Sophie is quite impressed with the Doctor. And of course, the Doctor tends to have that kind of impact or effect on the ladies. You didn't tell me he was gorgeous. And speaking of gorgeous, look, the hair, man, of course, the hair is on full display. The fluffy hair is on full display. I love that look. I really do love that look for him. I've seen that it kind of goes back and forth, and that could be down to the fact that, filming happens at different points, of course, right? Different blocks. So sometimes you'll see the short hairdo, but I really prefer the big fluff on his head. I love that hairstyle. It really suits him. It really suits Matt Smith. It really suits this Doctor. But that whole notion of becoming jealous of someone that's so much cooler than you, that's quite realistic. And, even though this felt like a lighthearted sitcom almost, some of the things that are being kind of explored here are kind of realistic. This take on the mundane day-to-day lifestyle that people accept because it's realistic. And that notion and idea of stepping out of your comfort zone is kind of a bit of a scary one, right? And that fear of failing, right? Putting yourself out there and failing. They don't want to rock the boat, right? They accept the day-to-day lifestyle, right? And you see Sophie's character brings that up, right? That she does yearn for more, that she does feel like she wants to do more, but then also is quite accepting of her lifestyle because so many others are as well, right? Then, of course, the Doctor plays his part in all of this, kind of helps them, ultimately kind of helps them. I mean, yeah, he helps them come together, but, he does help both of them kind of take that step outside of that bubble, the safety net, get rid of the safety net, take that plunge, that leap of faith, essentially, right? I mean, there's a bit of, love conquers all ending. You saw my reaction to it. I was kind of like, okay, I see. But, it was still kind of lovely to see the Doctor kind of help them. But in this specific case, both of them are kind of tethered to this bubble, safety bubble, essentially, right? Because of each other. And, they kind of set up really early on that, even the notion of traveling and leaving this place he's in, he just doesn't see the point in it. But then it becomes clear it's because of Sophie, right? And then, Sophie might not even know it at that point in time. And I'm speaking of, that conversation on the couch. It's a lovely scene, actually. She brings up, Craig had a better job offer. I mean, the salary is certainly a bit of a bump, yet Craig turned it down. So she doesn't even quite realize it, right? At that point in time. But, there's enough there that they both know there could be something more, right? I mean, it's certainly clear from Craig's perspective. But, of course, it's that age-old dilemma, right? That age-old problem. Neither one of them kind of wants to rock the boat. That leap of faith I just mentioned a few moments ago, taking that step, telling each other or one another about their true feelings, because the fear of potentially kind of losing this friendship they have. So yeah, in that sense, this episode certainly had a lot of grounded themes, right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of us can even relate to some of this, right? In terms of having feelings for someone, but not being 100% sure if telling them is going to amount to the possibility that you had in your head, right? The outcome you kind of envisaged in your head, so you kind of just hold back or hang back, rather than kind of destroying a potential friendship. Yeah, it's real stuff. It's real stuff. And I don't mind the show taking a step back sometimes. It doesn't always have to be a grand episode about the universe. Though of course, by the end of it, the stakes do get raised to the universe level threat again. If I touch it, and I'm speaking of the Doctor, the universe is going to go. So somehow it still was kind of able to, slip that in. I mean, I was certainly excited about the setup because, it immediately brought up the possibility of an episode that is going to separate the two, right? Amy by herself on the TARDIS, and, Amy certainly plays a part, but I feel like even those parts could have been cut, really. Again, not that I didn't, appreciate Amy being there, but I feel like just an episode that focused on the Doctor by himself, that I like the idea of that, right? Of course, I love the idea of a companion, but every now and then it's nice. It's a bit of a change up to see the Doctor kind of spend, the span of an episode with new characters, right? Others. But yeah, Amy certainly plays a major part by the end of the episode, right? Because again, the next two episodes are the big conclusion of the season or the series 5, and there's a lot to get to, right? The physical remnant, the last physical remnant of Rory's love for, I was about to say Martha, for Amy Pond. It makes an appearance, right? Now you see that she certainly knows or feels like something is off, something is wrong. She doesn't quite remember Rory, but she knows something is off, right? Let's see if she brings this up. I feel like she'll immediately bring this up with the Doctor, right? Or maybe not. Maybe, this feeling she has about something being off and wrong, maybe she'll kind of just put it back for now and not bring it up. I don't know. I mean, that kind of has me thinking. It might kind of sound a bit superficial, but the look of the Doctor, right? The physical appearance of the Doctor, and I'm speaking of the face specifically. I've been thinking, I've thought of this before as well, and this really kind of made me think about that again. Is there a possibility that the regeneration kind of takes that into account almost? Some of the things he's learned over the decades, the centuries essentially, about the things that are pleasing to others, right? Be it the face, be it the voice, right? I mean, before I go any further, yes, a leading man and, woman, in Jodie's case, I mean, there is a sense of casting someone that is, attractive and can do the job. That's nothing new, of course. Actors and, looking the part is certainly a major component of being a leading man or a woman, for sure. Though it's not always the case. So is there even like this, notion of the regeneration kind of taking that into account, right? The look that might be most pleasing to humans or some of these other alien species. Though I mentioned this specifically because of his love for humanity or Earth and humans, right? That's been one of the ongoing things since day one, how much he loves the humans, right? So maybe, I don't know, something that comes to mind every now and then, if the regeneration kind of takes that into account, right? Still not ginger. I always think of that, just always. I mean, I don't know, maybe I am overthinking it, and it's just a case of, them just hiring and casting actors that are, attractive and can do the job. I mean, of course, first of all, they need to be able to do the job, but, the look certainly plays a part. I think it'd be silly to say that it doesn't play a part at all. Of course it does. I mean, then of course there's that whole notion of you look human. No, you look Time Lord. So, I mean, yeah. But yeah, that's about it for this one. I'm really quite excited for these final 2 episodes of Series 5. Yeah, there is an incredible amount of setup since day one, since 11th hour. So, wow, these next 2 episodes are about to be really exciting, right? And as it is getting closer to the finale, I'm hoping there is a return for River Song, right? She mentioned, you know, they'll see each other again once the Pandorica opens. So, you know, they've been talking about this since the 11th hour. So I'm guessing, I'm betting, you know, I am a betting man. I'm going to go ahead and bet that, yeah, that's going to happen in the next episode, or the grand finale, the final episode, 13, right? So yeah, you know, I'm really quite excited about all of this. And, you know, before I sign off on this episode, I didn't mind it. You know, it had a lot of charming moments, a lot of fun moments. You know, seeing the Doctor in this position, seeing the Doctor do domestic, right, slice of life, trying to, you know, be a flatmate. It made for a lot of fun moments, a lot of endearing moments. And I love to see Matt Smith, right? I love to see him, I really do. You know, his smile, holy shit. I mean, anytime Matt Smith smiles, I smile, right? It's a given, it's just a given. It's just so endearing. But yeah, that's about it for this one. If you enjoyed that, consider dropping a like, consider dropping some comments, give me your thoughts. If you're interested in early access, or maybe full length to this episode right now, consider checking out the Patreon page. The link is in the description and the pinned comment. And also I'm on Twitter if you're into social media. Right then, thank you for joining me and thank you for your time. And I hope to see you again soon for these final 2 episodes of Series 5. Really quite exciting. So until then, take it easy.